making a lot of sense given the
No,
rest of the draft.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused.
Wait,
but then
that's a Vayne top?
Yeah, it's a Maokai support. Wait, no, it is Maokai jungle. No, it's Maokai support.
Shyvana jungle, Ben.
Yeah, I can't read. Sorry, my brain. I need to just talk slower, I guess. That's gonna be difficult.
Okay, Vayne top. Are we expecting to see Shield Bow Boots Rageblade, or are we expecting to see Titanic Hydra Rageblade Runans?
A little bit less sustain. I feel like that's probably fine.
It's better for the later stages of the game, I believe, where she tends to struggle, and also the all-ins. You get a lot of added value there as well.
Yeah.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay, and an almost standard 5-point coming out. It's more of a 4-point at the moment. While players find where they want to go and stand.
Yep, but that's right. Ares just opting for an early ward in bot pixel. I'm not sure how much value that adds other than protecting for an invade, but I don't think they're really expecting Shyvana to invade you. I'd have been kind of more interested to see a bit more of an aggressive ward, because I feel like a bit more of an aggressive ward, see where Shyvana starts. You know she's going to full clear, so then you don't have to be fearful on one side of the map at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like the other thing is that I feel like Kayn might want to path into Shyvana to be able to get the transformation bar, right? That's the other reason I'd be interested in doing it.
He could look for some jungle invades to get some red orbs off the Shyvana.
But now they're starting opposite sides, and I don't think either side knows exactly where the other is starting.
I think you could reasonably believe that Shyvana was maybe starting top, as that's where she dropped her ward, though. But again, just drop a ward, recall, grab sweeper. Nothing was do.
And like bot side for VVV were hiding the fact that top side was doing the leash. They were fake leashing. Mm-hmm. So. And Vayne was doing the same, which means that neither team should know exactly where the other jungler started. Actually, Max Crisp was landing some very nice poke onto Davis early. I think he landed a Q, so like just really chunked him out there.
Yeah, those double ups do go kind of crazy sometimes.
Yeah. A
lot of them where they feel like they shouldn't hit you, and they do.
I guess that is one strength of the MF Amumu lane that kind of didn't consider, is the fact that versus MF you can't really stand behind your own minions. Versus Amumu you can't stand outside of your own minions.
Yeah.
So
you get into these similar predicaments into like the Blitzcranks and the Freshers as well. It can be a bit rough.
I feel okay. Feb tanking up the wave here though. The trade isn't actually going too bad for Kazumner. He's backing off nicely. Not really that bad at all.
That will cause the top wave to push into Ornn now, though.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be really difficult for Shyvana and Vayne to orchestrate a dive. So I don't think there's really any danger. Kesum can just chill and back off while his jungler's on the other side of the map looking for something. I feel like the correct play from the bot lane from Manhattan Project is to stay outside of their minions when they're high health. Because if VVV all in them. Like if Max, Crisp, and Killer Vanilla all in them when they're relatively high health, I feel like they can turn the fight with the Maokai route and etc. Whereas I feel like if they're stood behind the minions, they're just going to get poked out and out. And also by standing outside of the minion, by MF, and by standing outside of the minions, you actually say, okay, yeah, you're calling their bluff. You're saying, okay, Mumu, you think if you're gonna come in on me, then you're saying you can beat me in the all-in.
Yeah, I mean, I think
that kind of thing.
Arguably, they probably win the pre-6 all-in anyway with their champions.
Yeah. Okay, so TP is used from Bishan there in the mid lane, Black Hole mid. Both, and as well from Time Gear. But Time Gear is actually managing to zone off a lot of CS. There's a significant CS lead in the mid lane already, and we're 4 minutes into the game. Which I mean, I guess it's to be expected.
Vince
with,
is
like,
a
the
very
poke.
formidable laner.
Yeah, I think he's very good at weaving in autos and like tethering. So like staying outside the enemy's distance. I'm not sure how much that matters versus Ari, but yeah, he's doing very, very well so far. We'll have to see if that changes upon level 6, where Ari then has a bit more pick potential. They're both already level 5, so not long to go until that stage. Both the junglers so far pretty much asleep, just clearing. I'm not I don't think that Ares has really had any opportunities, and by starting top side, he's got no ability to gank top lane really, like without messing up his clear timings. They did spot Shyvana heading into this area, so they should know the gank's coming. And, yep.
A little bit of poke and running away. That's how Shyvana ganks pre-6, yeah.
Yep, terrifying.
Oh,
Okay.
He's going to find the cane, though. We're going to have a little skirmish here.
Yeah, I think he's looking for some orbs, but not getting anything. I think he came out the wall, or like was in the wall and was like spotted by that control ward and kind of screwed him.
Okay, unfortunately, Shyvana coming mid did stop Bishan from hitting 6 on the same minion as the Orianna, but not able to find an advantage there for time gear.
No. So here now, yeah, Bishan finding that engage now while he's high health, not allowing himself to be poked down by Time Gear. I think Time Gear was just confident that Bishan couldn't all 1v1 him and 100 to 0 him, so he was able to still walk up.
I mean, it's pretty difficult to 1v1 the Orianna when you throw your charm to fucking Narnia, dude.
That's true. That is true. But we did see them pick up the dragon for that as well on VVV's side, so they're just chilling right now. No stress. Not a care in the world. Okay.
And we see unsuccessful gank happening top.
Yep.
Oh, and now the all-in, perhaps.
Okay. So much damage coming out from that Caitlyn.
Both ADC flashes used as well. But
Oh. Wait, has God of War gone too far? Oh my gosh, okay, that Q from Caitlyn was really, really nice there to just snipe the kill. And God of War gets away with it.
God of War had that fully calculated from the moment he pressed W.
Copium. That's copium if I've ever heard it. But no, very, very nice Q from Davis. I really, it was nice to snipe that. I don't think Max Cross was expecting that. Just got caught off guard. Okay, so gold-wise, they're still relatively even. I think Time Gear CS lead is looking pretty good, but at the same time, Caitlyn's got CS lead. Oh,
CS lead and a kill. And now Orianna has no flash, so should theoretically be quite vulnerable in that mid lane for a short while now.
that's definitely worth Black Hole Mid's investment because Ariel's coming up soon as well.
Yeah, I mean, if it was anyone but Vince, he'd probably be dying in the next minute or two now. So. And this should also be death number 2 for MF coming out. It's kind of rough. You hate to see it. ADC moment. League of Legends is a survival horror if you pick a ranged auto attacker in the bottom lane.
Yeah, but on the other hand, if you pick a ranged auto attacker in the top lane, it seems that you do nothing because the tank melee range top laner that you're counter picking is just getting to free farm, chill, no problems, staying high health. Okay.
Yeah, abilities are being thrown. Clearly, neither of us are any good at casting a team fight, but MHP really finding the upper hand here.
Yeah, they just got absolutely bodied.
So that started with Maokai linking up with Shyvana and just walking through VVV red side jungle. I really like to see that kind of proactivity.
Yeah, very nice. But on the other hand, at least Kane, on the bright side, got some transformation progress.
Yes, I imagine he got maybe 1 or 2 red orbs, just a little smidgen.
Yeah,
Better than
well,
nothing.
You know,
Silver
every little
linings.
helps.
Tesco.
Yep, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea which one it is. I just know the
That's the
phrase.
Tesco slogan.
All right. So you're not allowed to utter it, I see.
Oh no! If I say that, there's a small chance I might burst into flames.
Okay, I see.
So
So,
I don't really want to
yeah,
risk.
but you know they're making use of the strength from the Caitlyn and the Ari, and it looks like Dabis is not going to have the power trough of Caitlyn mid game. Usually, he is just going to power for it, and the charm lands from Ari, getting some nice poke. But okay, not all inning, no R, no flash, fair enough, and all ults are down anyway, so nothing too major there, but a nice chunk.
Yeah, I think realistically the Oriana never dies there. But obviously whittling the Oriana down. Maybe the next charm won't kill, but the one after that, it sure will. Especially while Oriana still has their flash on cooldown.
Yeah, we've also seen Oriana's gone for Mercs. So just looking to, I think, reduce that charm duration, also reduce any CC from Maokai, etc. Just make sure she's not caught.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I imagine there's similar logic there to laning against LeBlanc, where you just rush Mercs first, and now she can't kill you.
Yep. And nice to see the defensive E from Kesem, but maybe he's going to get caught out here. No? Okay. That's just a menacing walk up from Black mid.
Just decided to walk top just to steal a little bit of XP, and then head back to mid lane like the little gremlin he is.
He's losing some CS for this, though. So I'm not sure how worth that was on XP.
Yeah, but he made up for the XP lost by just walking into the top lane. So.
Also, because of that, Vince gets the early move down here. Luckily, it doesn't mean anything because Gardevoir ults. But if he didn't ult there, actually, because he roamed to top, that meant that Ori was able to push the wave in, roam down. So potentially, if the bot lane from VVV had been put in position with the Kayn, they could have looked for an early 4v2 play onto the enemy bot lane.
Manhattan Project potentially looking to move from here to a fight by bringing Vayne down, but it looks like they're just going to go bully the bot lane some more instead. While VVV will pick up the Herald in exchange for the Dragon.
Yep. Although Shyvana is making her way up from the looks of things, so maybe they're going to try something. He doesn't really have any camps to farm, so maybe he's just going to go for maybe a clean-up fight with the Ari. Ari does have Spirit Rush up, so they might look for the pick here.
Okay, Charm landing on All, not the one you wanted to land on, but the All not coming out with a knock-up on 2.
Yeah, but Time Gear wandered off here. He's really late to his fight. Okay.
And Ornn is just walling them all off.
Yeah, apparently. Kesem's just zoning them off.
The man bought 2 ruby crystals and now he's an immovable object.
Yeah, but he picked up the Herald, not Ares, which means Ares can't get back there in time. If Ares had the Herald there, he makes it back safely, and then doesn't need to worry about dying here. But now he's going to get picked off because he didn't get the Herald.
Yeah, and the kill does go over to the Vayne.
Yeah. She's starting to pull ahead with a slight CS lead, but on the other hand, there's a 36 CS lead in the mid lane, and bot lane isn't down that much CS. So I don't think it really matters. On the other hand, MHP have a bunch of kills, so overall they still have the gold lead, but it's not probably as far ahead as they should be due to the CS difference in mid.
Okay, so we see both ADCs coming up with mythics now. Both decide to go for Kraken's Lair. And it looks like Vayne's actually building a Blade of the Ruined King as the first item.
Okay. So maybe it's a legit... Oh, Charm lands onto Time Gear, but the Everfrost misses, so nothing big there. Kesem Aftershock popped, but he's kind of just chilling anyway. Doesn't really matter.
Even those, the W procs from Vayne didn't seem to do any damage.
No. Oh no, the E stopped short. Oh dear. That is not that favourable. But Ares is looking top now. Maybe he'll look to gank. Although Kesem's just used all his abilities, so maybe he'll go get his Gromp and then look to come back. But his bot side set up, so I'm not sure why. Everfrost lands onto Oriana mid lane. Spirit Rush used. Looks to go in, but no. Okay, doesn't want to commit with the Oriana ult still up. Okay, both flashes used in the mid lane. Time Gear gets away and uses the ult. Oh my gosh.
It's just a mid diff.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a gap. We'll have to see though. There's always the chance Vince gets caught 50 minutes into the game,
True.
walking on his own.
Side laning for no reason.
Yep.
Vince doing Vince things, but that was a very nice.
They could look for the dive here.
From Vincent.
They could look for the dive here, I think.
I think they should.
Kid of Vanilla isn't that tanky. Guard can start it up with his ult, you know, zone them through. They've got Shyvana R as well.
Yeah.
I think they. I feel like Ares isn't even a factor. Just kill them.
I can understand the lack of confidence in making a dive play there. Obviously, while they are behind, Amumu just needs to be near you and press R, and then it can completely change the way the fight goes. You know.
Yeah, but Davis is so long ranged, and he has minions to sit behind. Like Maokai should be CCing, so there shouldn't be any stress there. Davis is literally 3-0. You've just seen both mids use everything, so you know there's no risk of an Orianna roam. I feel like that should have been a not too difficult call to make. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there, but it definitely felt like it was very doable.
Oh yeah, for sure. I believe they probably should have gone for it as well.
We'll see Dragon coming up here soon. There's not much vision around. There's like a control ward for MHP in the pixel brush. And then VVV have no vision further onto the objective, or they're looking to get it now.
Yeah, moving through. Going to probably clear that pink ward and put down some wards of their own. Orianna on the move. And that's the Scuttle Crab picked up for VVV as well, so they get some vision for free, plus the move speed.
Okay. Kezim is starting to really get bullied now in the top lane. He is not having a fun time.
And Vin's somehow living again.
Shyvana burns her R, but doesn't really get anything for it, which is kind of handy for the dragon now. But Kayn is in base, so
it should be a free dragon.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Okay.
They don't know that, and he has his transformation.
Transformation, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, they don't know that Kayn's in base, so they can't really go for it, I guess. But
yeah, understandably so. Probably not much of a rush to get the dragon either. It's a Cloud Soul game. While not a bad soul to have, it's probably the least exciting of the souls that you can get.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty good though. I don't know. I quite enjoy Cloud Soul.
I feel like Vayne would really enjoy a Cloud Soul this game. Vayne and Shyvana.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even the Ahri as well, actually.
Yeah, I'm just having to think about scaling. I feel like maybe with the Ornamumi, they just have the beefier front line on VV. Okay. Gardevoir just walking forwards confidently, but okay, just to get the turret and backing off.
Yeah, so first turret bot, second turret coming from top. So only tier 1 tower left standing for VVV now, being that mid lane tower.
Yeah.
Which if you had to pick one to be alive, it probably is that one.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, VVV just kind of can give this dragon. It's not the end of the world. I feel like they scale pretty well with their front line.
Looking to maybe get a kill on the Vayne in return, though.
Yeah, but she seems long gone, though.
Yeah, this...
Okay. Oh, misses the second dart!
No one saw it. It was on the mini-map, and you had to call him out like that.
Oh, no, Kazan. You were under no pressure.
You hate to see it. You really do.
At first I thought, oh, you know, it is Ornal. It can be a bit funky and it can reflect quite slowly. You know, you can like reflect it after it's halfway past you. And I was like, maybe it'll turn around. It'll turn around now. Now it'll turn around. And then, never mind. He missed it.
You do often see people miss the R2, but not, you know, hitting the ram with it. More rather missing the targets with the ram.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Poor guy. Regardless, I don't think it would have resulted in the kill anyway. That Vayne was, as you said, just completely long gone from that. VVV kind of just bleeding out slowly, unfortunately.
Kind of, but
the main saving grace I'm seeing is just like this kill that Oriana has.
yeah, and also like the farm difference. Like Vince is continuing to farm up consistently, which the longer this game goes, the better it works for them.
That is a nearly
Alright.
50 CS in the lead.
Yeah, and as long as Kesem keeps getting levels and things, and they continue to scale, it's not the end of the world. You're still 8 minutes out from Soul minimum, and Cloud Soul probably won't decisively end the game in one go, so which means that they probably want to wait for Elder, right? So then
I mean, there's
They've
even
got
a
a while.
world where
Vayne trying to run down
BBV
Kesem
may
here.
just-
Ult's used. Okay. All of the Forge Guard coming in. The TP came in from Oriana, and now they're going to finish off Vayne. Very nice. Bishan counter TP'd on Ari, but was way too far out on the minion wave and just got nothing for it. So now he's used his TP. And he's kind of just feeling like, I've got to make
looks like
something
he
of
said
this.
his ult.
Oh, very nice ult to dodge the
Spirit
Amumu
Rush
bandage
safety.
toss. Second bandage toss with the flash, but another Spirit Rush to dodge. But Max Crisp's here, ready to open up with the ult and deal damage. Finishes him off. Huge.
Yeah, I guess VVV probably heard me say they're bleeding out slowly, and decided they don't want to play the game that way.
Yeah. And now they're going to look for a Baron. Shyvana is up and moving, so they're probably going to want to look to turn this. I would not be very happy if they flip this. And the Maokai
It will
just
be hard
coming
to
in.
fight for the Baron, seeing as they did just use near enough all of their ultimates. So they only have the Kayn and the Amumu ultimate available, and I imagine MHP are well aware of this.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
Kelvin
it's
only
just-
gets away with it.
VVV taking the recall, spending the gold they just earned from courtesy of Vayne and Ari, and just going back to the lanes.
Yep. Time to keep farming. Keep on scaling. Yeah, so all that really came from like the TP from Black Hole Mid, meaning that he then felt forced to stay and do something. But now they're looking for the Baron, and they don't really have much information on it.
But they do
I think they have an
they have a
inkling.
very fast Baron.
Yeah. They have an inkling that they're going for this, but I think that they might be too late. They've got to be very fast coming in here.
Looks like the call is to finish it. Maybe
They're
they should
flipping.
turn.
Ares steals the Baron. Ornalt comes down. Oh! Oh my goodness. Okay. And it looks like VVV are going to mop this up, I think. But it's even for now. Okay. VVV pull ahead and steal the Baron. MHP griefed, I guess.
Steal the Baron and then win the fight afterwards as well. That's really bad for MHP here.
Yeah. Dragon's up in 30 as well, which means that like Black Hole Mid only spawns 10 seconds before. He can make it to Dragon, but right now they have a man advantage, so they could push the waves into the towers, mid and bot, and then force MHP to be sacrificing waves to contest that Dragon. Right? Which then makes the Dragon a bit more secure. I mean, they're not doing that, they're just going straight to the Dragon, is what it is. They're the ones dropping waves, but whatever, doesn't matter. They equalize on the Dragon with the Baron. I guess I'll push with Baron later.
Yeah, I mean, MHP just giving the Dragon here. Vayne's on top.
I feel like that's definitely the right call.
I mean, yeah, you just lost a
Yeah.
fight, and then the enemy team are now back with some gold they've just spent from the fight you just lost. I don't think you take
And
the
the-
fight there.
And the 1200 gold from Baron. The
Yeah.
gold lead is now shrunk to like just under 2k, so 1.6k, so it is not that significant anymore. I'm so confused on that Baron play though. Surely Gardevoir should go and like look for the Kayn, not just sit in the pit. Like what is he doing there? Not CCing the Kayn if they're choosing to finish the Baron, and if they're turning, he should still be on the front lines turning. I feel like that was just troll. They should never have lost that Baron. And then maybe the fight goes differently. Who knows? Okay,
Well,
and they're going to split push. I kind of
Difficult
like
to
this.
say, because obviously VVV do have the team fight comp here.
Yeah, but either way, it's still 1,200 gold they shouldn't have lost, regardless of whether they win the fight or lose the fight.
Yes, for sure.
And of course the buff. So MF split pushing now. Could get caught if she doesn't back off pretty soon. Maokai's nearly there with backup coming from the Caitlyn and the Ahri. And he's got no mana. He is in trouble.
Strut movement speed not enough to get away. This should be a yeah.
I'm not sure they needed to use the R from Ahri and God of War. It seems a little bit overkill. Maybe they just really wanted that MF dead, you know. 1 and 2.
They're short enough cooldowns anyway, in fairness.
Yeah, I suppose. And VVV wasn't finding anything else on the map, which is really not ideal.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, especially when you have the Baron.
Yeah, spend the
Baron
cooldown now for the guaranteed play. I think they have a minute.
I think it's gone.
Oh, no, yeah, it's gone. Yeah, because they spent the time to get the dragon after, but they did get 2 towers with the Baron, so.
Yeah, I suppose it's not too bad, but
they did put it to use.
Okay. Okay, Chasm's now 14, so he's got ornaments for himself and he's got ornaments for one other person. I don't think he's given it out yet. I'm assuming that he's just going to wham up the Leandries on the Orianna, but
yeah, but looks like MF is pinging for the upgrade here, maybe. No,
yeah,
I saw an assist.
Yeah, that is what they're doing. But maybe their thought is Orianna's fed enough already. If we make Max Crisp scary too, then they're gonna have trouble working out who to focus.
Perhaps I think that statistically as well, the Kraken Slayer is like one of the most gold efficient Ornn upgrades. So maybe they read the wiki page and decided to go for that.
Perhaps.
Or they watched the LS video on gold efficiency of Ornn items.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Maokai looking for a pick on the Kayn. The Kayn very, very low, but it's going to heal up off the Maokai. And the Ornn comes out to disrupt. Caitlyn ult used, but she still survives. MF ult almost picks off Gardevoir. They should be able to finish this with the bandage shots from Killer Vanilla. And yeah, somehow they managed to turn that play on its head with the use of a lot of ultimates from both sides. I say a lot. 2 ults from each side. Okay.
Oh, the fight's still going. More kills going into Dabus' pocket.
Yeah.
And top lane is top lane.
Yeah, Amumu used R there. Unable to get a pick with it. Ahri still at Spirit Rush. No worries about that.
Well, to be fair to VVV, do you want to know why Gardevoir died there? Because MF had 10 more AD from the Ornn upgrade. Wow.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair point. That was all calculated from the very start.
They just peered into the future, man.
Yeah, MHP.
And Ornn
they're getting the early leads.
Yeah,
they're playing checkers, and VVV are playing 4D chess. That's it. Giving them the leash, giving them the early leash to help them out early game. So guard gets overconfident and all ins and dies. That's the big brain play you like to see.
And regardless of the previous discussion, Ornn's now level 15. He has another upgrade to give away.
Yep. And now 13 seconds to the Dragon Spawn, and MHP are in prime position right now to control the Drake.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing any Caitlyn traps set up in the choke to stop them from coming in.
Vayne is split, so they're saying, okay, 4v4 we can contest this.
Well, it's 5v4
and we don't need Feb. Well, 5v4, sorry, that's what I mean. Yeah, okay, but then they've just allowed them to walk back in, and they've just taken control because they're 4v5. They use the ult from Maokai, and it does absolutely nothing. Ornn continues to zone. What? No.
Bishan!
He swapped to Smite with the spellbook. It was huge, and he used Spirit Rush, sacrificing his life to steal it. Oh my goodness. And now Ornn's backing, but they're still losing the inhib tower, but they're going for the Baron now in return. They got 2 kills, and they're going for the Baron, sacrificing the inhib maybe. So they better make this work. But the thing is, Moist Swan has Flash Smite still. He didn't have to do anything for that steal. But is he gonna... No, he's giving it. He's not trying to steal it. They're just giving it, not stressed. And now they're backing to try and... Oh no, they're coming to pincer on the Vayne. Okay.
Yeah, another member of MHP giving their life for the cause.
Yeah. But the thing is, now they're staggered. Yeah, they got the inhib. They lost Baron. They did get the dragon. That was very, very nice steal from Ari. Don't think they expected that. But with the Baron, you can oppose those siege minions relatively easily. And now we can just push the lanes. And should be alright. They've got no dragon to contest. So they can just pull MHP around the map with Baron buff, hopefully. We will have to see. And yeah, that ornament, the second ornament has gone on to Orianna. So Orianna now a bit stronger. Vince has gone for the standard Medjai's gaming. So he better not die. Otherwise...
I mean, he's done a
We're not
pretty
for a fun
good job
time.
of surviving so far. He only has that one
Yeah.
life. There's been a lot thrown at him.
Yeah,
Not enough
that is
landing,
true.
though.
That is true. And we can see now the gold is equalised as well. It's not a slight advantage for VVV, which is pretty good for them. And Vince is choosing to keep pushing on the top side, while the rest of his team are in the bot jungle. I don't know if they're looking for something, if they know there's vision all around there. They seem to have not noticed. Okay. Kesum there seeing the wraparound from the jungler, so his bot lane's not caught.
The Ornn
And they're
tanking
getting
up
free
at this
time on
point
top.
to just be a walking ward.
Yeah, they're getting free time on top as well. They get the tower there. No one goes up to answer. They just give it away. And now they can go to another lane.
And that top tower extending the gold lead further for BBV. They are now well and truly in the lead. They are, what's that, 1,800 gold ahead, plus roughly 3,000 gold in stats on the Ornn upgrades. The only player without an ornament for BBV right now is the Amumu.
But it looks like they're kind of like looking for a fight. Both teams, okay, Ornn ult used, Maokai ult in return. So looks like the fight's just kind of going to defuse, at least for now.
Just a big handshake of the AoE CC ults there, dissuading a fight on both sides.
Yeah.
But VVV do still have the Baron. They can just keep walking these waves in.
Yeah, and they're just going to keep pressure. I'd like to see it in more than one lane. Just because, so like mid and bot here, just because the Baron pressure doesn't stack from more members.
And
So,
now the Baron's
yeah.
expired.
Yep.
And the
so
super
like,
minions are now entering the base.
yeah, so now they have to reset, and there's 1 minute to Dragon. So now they're going to give up any control of Dragon that they had because they have to go back and answer. Which means that Manhattan Project have time to set up for this potential soul.
Yeah, Gardevoir out here just trying to delay their resets, just to help them with the Dragon. It looks like the mid tower is probably going to go down as well. So not the most effective use of Baron. Just started off well.
Yeah,
But kind of
I feel like
fell
you
off.
don't want to just death ball when you got the Baron. I think that's a bit of a misplay on their part, but you know, at least they got it. Not the end of the world. They still
Now
got time.
20 seconds to go to Dragon. Midwave's pushed. VBV have no way into this without walking into you. This should just be a free soul.
And their mid jungle just backed, so they don't know that, but so like they might not go for it immediately, but in theory that would be punishable.
Ares could look for another steal here though.
Yeah, but I'm still convinced that Gardevoir should just be able to stop potential steals. Just sit there and be a pain in the backside while they do this. But now they're onto the dragon. Ornn Call of the Forge God is used. They're fighting. It's going to be a flip. Red team secure the dragon. Bullet time used. Meanwhile, Feb's in the base pushing on the inhib. Ares is probably going to... No, he survives the Caitlyn ult. Ari's behind Time Gear, but he's very, very low, so he can't really find anything. If anything, he's going to just die. Flash Bandage Toss misses. But Feb is still in the base, killing the base. They need to find a way to get back now, surely.
Yeah, MHP just need to stop these resets, and Vayne could look to end here.
Yeah, but it looks like
They
they're
don't
going to
have
let
the
them
health
recall.
bars to do so.
Yeah, but you're just in for this, surely. MF makes it back, so MF can defend now. They're probably going to lose 2 inhibs still, though.
Oh, a nice flash.
Because I'm going for the solo
Should be
kill,
a dead Ornn.
maybe.
Well,
No.
what is this champion, man?
Ornn is balanced. But on the other hand, they lost 2 inhibs for that. And they lost the soul. Okay. I'm not sure about that. They won the fight,
They
but it feels like
even-
they lost the war.
Couldn't even kill the ADC when Kane got on them.
They lost the war there, though. That was not worth it, I don't think. They lost literally every objective. All they got was kills. It was, I don't know.
But Baron's now spawning.
Yep.
I feel like if MHP can secure this Baron for themselves, they can just walk the minions in and end the game.
Okay, Caitlyn ult did literally 0 damage to Time Gear.
Caitlyn's pretending her ult does damage, and then moving
Yep.
on from it.
It's just an Intimidate. That's about it.
Just wanted to let
Okay.
VVV know it was on cooldown, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I feel like they can kind of just start this up and look to turn as MHP.
What,
And
you saw
like-
how well that went last time, though.
Yeah, but perhaps.
This Orianna damage, my goodness.
Chunk is nuts. But then on the other hand, the thing is, like, now MHP have the waves constantly pushing mid and top, no, top and bot. So they just wait for the waves to push in. These waves here, for example, you start the Baron.
Yeah, I mean, they
And-
can just play a constant
yeah.
game of chicken with the
Yeah,
Baron.
and like you just force them to face check you blind, and eventually you can just catch them and kill them.
They
You clear
can
out the vision.
they can even do this Baron dance, and then once VVV show, if they could just send all 5, just run down mid while they're dancing in the Baron. They can't defend the wave. You just don't let them in, and then you take the last inhib.
Okay.
It could be another
like-
option.
Yeah, I like them sending Black Hole mid bot lane because he has the TP up, so he can look to push in that bot, maybe poke the Ornn a bit, and he can still come to his team's aid. Vin's pushing very aggressively, just raw ulting the Maokai, but the Maokai are coming out to zone off the enemy team. He gets away with his life.
Yeah, neither team really wanted to commit too much here.
No.
Pussies.
But- The thing is that they still haven't cleared out this vision here by the Baron pit. They still haven't cleared it out. So
I don't
like-
think the red side pink ward is spotting that ward
no, it's not.
by
Which
the crab
is
spawn.
which is actually kind of bad because the thing is that red side can't threaten anything because they know for a fact when they're on and when they're off it because of that ward. So red side need to sort out their vision control so that they can properly threaten this with the inhibs.
Oh, the sweeper finds it.
Okay. So now they can start to like bait this because now they know BBB don't know if they're on it or not.
Yeah.
Okay. They might be looking for. Oh no, it's just some more tickles
Yep.
for
Caitlyn
the.
ult came off cooldown.
Orianna.
Gotta just see what it does again. But
Oh my
Vayne
goodness!
flashing forward. Looked Vince dead in the eyes, said fuck you, killed him. And now they push to the end.
And Caitlyn and
This-
Kane came in, tried to do something, insta died as well. I think that could qualify as a Vin's in. He was too far from his team, got all in and died.
Yeah, there was a lot of nothing happening. Probably figured he'd be safe to just keep doing whatever, but
So now it's down to the rest of VVV to try and survive this. The bullet time does a pretty good job finishing off Feb, but they still have another ADC to deal with, and they are not getting onto him.
so
Kesm's
that's a
0 HP.
4.5 item Caitlyn just whacking your structures like.
Yeah, and they've been sidetracked. They have not remembered that there's a Caitlyn hitting their thing, other than Kesm. Kesm doing his very best, but nothing he can really do on his own, even his own.
That is game 1.
Okay, counter a Trundle into
different
Ornn.
draft coming out for Manhattan
Okay.
Project this time.
I really like the Trundle into Ornn. It's kind of diabolical. Ornn does do a lot of damage early and can still win that because it's magic damage. But assuming the Trundle doesn't fall too far behind or anything, he becomes very strong, like in the extended trades later on.
Especially in the side lanes as well.
Yeah, his like split push potential, because he can Q towers as well. That's like an auto reset and a Sheen proc. Very nice, especially if he goes like Divine Sundra.
No, it looks like Manhattan Project are opting for the big wombo combo team fight.
Yeah. Although I wouldn't say that VVV's wombo combo is particularly weak either. It's definitely a little weaker, but it's not that much weaker. It's like they've lost the MF ult, but they've still got Lucian ult. And they have Victor ult, which is consistent. Lots of damage. Wukong ult, lots of damage. So, Diana's kind of an interesting one, because she can't do like... She can do some stuff early, but she's probably not going to be as good as Wukong early game. But both of these junglers kind of want to get 6 pretty fast, so they like might just go for focusing on farming a lot.
Yeah.
Damage adaptation wise, it's quite good that VVV have an AD jungler, because Galio obviously resists the magic damage. On the flip side, Victor could pick up something like Mercs here, reducing the taunt duration, stun duration from Renata, things like that.
Even
And
just the
also
Diana's
it's
damage as well.
and it's effective against Diana and Galio, which makes ganks less effective against the Victor, less likely to one-shot him before he gets out of lane.
Also,
Go on.
I feel like Moiswan he's a tank Diana player, right?
I think so.
So
It's
if
typically
that's-
what he's built.
If that's the case, is this comp lacking a bit of damage? On the assumption that Trundle is going to be mostly side laning?
Not really, I don't think. Like, Renata's going to amp MF, right? Galio still does a decent amount of damage. It's not loads, but it's decent, and I think his Q ticks for max health, if I remember correctly. Okay. And like Diana just has so much consistent damage, it doesn't matter if she's tank. It's really disgusting. I've played it quite a lot. Just with that like Nash's Tooth and Sunfire, it's just ridiculous, because your passive gives you attack speed whenever you use an ability. And then the triple hit cone AoE magic damage is just too good. It's really, really nice. And I think the thing is that Lucian obviously can kite a little bit, but Victor's relatively immobile. So if the Diana gets on him, or the Trundle or the Galio, like Tiger's gonna have a hard time kiting away from this. So I have to see how well he can stay back here, stay behind his front line, and be zoned off. And
So-
the other difficult. Oh, go on.
Sorry, so just looking at these two drafts now, then, do you think BBV will tie up the series on this game? Early prediction.
I'm gonna go with probably yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Galio kind of suits Black Hole mid's playstyle of like moving a fair amount. I'm looking for picks, and I feel like it's just really strong to pair them with Diana, right? Because you can just chain the ults, that kind of thing. Prevent them leaving Diana ult and CC them to death, kill them.
So you think
Also,
MHP are going 2-0 here? Sorry.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay. I was gonna say I feel like BBV have good avenues to tie up the series here, especially through their bot lane. If they get a lead early, it's gonna be very difficult for the MF Renata to stay relevant in the game. Outside of their R buttons.
I guess. I just think Galio and Diana make Lucian and Victor's lives miserable. Like, I think between the two of them, it's so difficult to run away.
Yeah, I mean,
and like kite them.
Diana is an excellent Galio delivery system.
Yeah,
Especially if she can hit multiple people with her R.
exactly. So I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but I don't think there's any draft that just outright wins. I'm trying to think. How much answer do they have for the split push from Trundle?
I think it's
I feel like
it's either
Victor
Ornn
maybe.
or Victor has to wave clear from max range.
Probably
Right.
Victor,
Because
because
if
I don't think Ornn
If
can do
Trundle
it.
puts a pillar up Victor's bum, he's probably dead.
Yeah, but this all kind of depends on Trundle scaling. Like Trundle has to reach the point where he 1v1's Ornn before that happens. And as I said, Ornn does quite a lot of magic damage. So one of the ways Victor's really strong with his trades is because Ornn's really strong. No, Trundle's really strong with his
I
trades.
feel like Trundle's just gonna 1v1 him from level 1. He's got tempo, he's got his Q, which is just stealing AD.
Level 1 if he goes for an all-in, sure. But if the Ornn plays back and like saves his E to like leave, if you see what I mean, and just uses his W auto procs, because when Trundle's in range, he's in range to auto. Then I feel like Ornn just does short trades, pokes him out of lane. Timegate just standing in the Gallia queue.
Yep, showing absolutely no respect to Bisham.
Yep.
I can respect that.
Okay, the level 2. Gallia trying to take advantage of it, but not getting too much. A small poke. Okay. Early game, we're kind of expecting the Lucian army to have an advantage here. Deep ward, not deep, but relatively deep ward placed by Black Hole mid there. It's going to spot the Wukong moving to his Raptors, so that means that Moist Swan's going to know that he's turbo chilling topside. He can look for a gank on Ornn, but there's no one that's going to counter him right now. Okay, big trade from Black Hole mid using the Aftershock, very nice. And landing that taunt, max range. Okay, so there's the ping. So they have definitely spotted Ares on his Raptors.
Yeah,
Both junglers will probably
nice
just do a
deep
full
ward
clear.
there. Was that Galio that placed that?
Yeah, he just walked in and just put it down. Okay. Okay. Oh no!
That's
Oh, that's kind of bad. Hitting the pillar. That is one
at
thing
least
that
it
Trundle has the
destroys the
advantage. Well, not sure if that's exactly how that one works, but alright.
Okay, and for all the positive trading for Galio here, he is down in CS.
Yeah.
So if it
It's
keeps,
kinda
if
difficult
it keeps
to
heading
kind of
this way,
test
this
this.
Victor's just gonna just scale in, get stronger, get the ability upgrades.
Both
and
junglers
then
looking for a gank mid here, though.
the trades will go
So
in
we're gonna
his
see.
favor.
Okay, the stun is kind of huge, though. And they're going on Diana. But they're just not coming out on top. The minion waves there as well, just like hitting them constantly.
Yeah, good heads up there by Ares to be ready for the counter gank.
Yeah. I think they were looking for it first, but
Quite
this
possibly.
happened.
Quite possibly. The Victor stun obviously coming in absolutely monumental there, just to help them survive.
Yeah, I think they were hoping for a little more than that, though, but doing nothing is kind of a dub as well. Okay, Galio's got a long rotate here, though, and they are very out of position now. He doesn't even know. He's just going to get taunted. Oh, it's so
Oh,
sad.
he has no cleanse.
He has E, though. Galio hold his E. That's really good.
Oof.
Really nice hold of the E from Black Hole mid.
Fight
Okay,
still going on.
Diana flashing in, looking for more, but Wukong clone just means he just gets to leave. And yeah, that's it. It's just first blood for MHP.
Yeah, I'm almost surprised to see a lack of cleanse on this Lucian.
I think, yeah, that's
You're
fair assessment.
Into a Galio with the taunt and into Renata ult being the main thing that I would want to cleanse. Almost surviving with his flash heal, but just not quite.
No. Okay, he's now 1v2 in the bot lane. But doing okay, it looks like.
Looking to potentially set up a freeze, but I think the wave is already under the tower.
Okay. So I think Ares just wants to clear top to bot here.
Yeah, looking kind of top to bot clearing, maybe looking for the dragon once he gets down there. His bot lane should have prio, seeing as their wave is now pushing. I'm also noticing a CS lead starting to amass for the Trundle top here as well. That's nearly 20 CS up. That's
Yeah,
6 minutes.
it's a little disturbing. But then there's a CS discrepancy mid as well, so it's not too bad. It's pretty similar.
Yeah, a CS discrepancy which was already apparent, but he did get a successful roam off at the same time.
That is true.
Looking
It is
for roam
true.
number 2. Committing the flash. Trundle ult. Trundle has no mana, but I don't think it matters.
I don't like Kesem holding the flash that long. He gets away with it, but that was a little bit greedy there, holding that flash.
That is a feels bad for Trundle right there.
Yeah. And the thing is now, Black Hole Mid got even more CS for that. So Victor got a free reset off and now has Lost Chapter, same as Black Hole Mid. And is up 20 farm. Oh. Okay, that was a very nice cue from Gardevoir. I think he hit that blind.
I think he was trying to predict the Wukong movement, ended up catching the clone instead. Or the real Wukong as he cloned. And interestingly, he can throw Wukong at the clone to land the root.
Yeah, because it counts as like a player.
Yeah, I've never seen that interaction before.
Quite nice, quite nice. So now MHP just looking for this dragon, pretty much uncontested. Wukong's chucked out, no way to contest, and Black Hole Mid just roamed here just for the sake of making sure there's no shenanigans going on, being a scary, massive statue, and giving up more farm and XP. But you know what? If he gets him a lead, I guess it's worth it.
Yeah, Galio very much a more supportive mid laner, looking for the roams and helping set up kills rather than be the main carry himself. So
yeah, kind of wants his core build, and that'll be it pretty much.
Yeah, kind of wants more than 38 CS at 8 minutes, but we move.
That's true. I mean,
he's still making plays.
Yeah, it's just the gap is unnecessarily large, I would argue. We'll see if VVV can now answer with a Herald. But I'm not sure whether they're going to be able to. Because, yeah. Galio's still really strong, right? Okay, they're looking for the play bot lane. This should be a double. I think this will be a double. It's at least one kill, but Gardevoir takes it.
Yeah,
it was a very nice taunt from Galio.
Look for the further dive here. Killer Vanilla obviously sensing that it could be coming, so he backs all the way out for a safe reset. And MHP just collecting tower plates now.
Okay. So, but the thing is, because Ornn's pushed in, and they're not going for a gank on the Trundle, but they're also not going for this Herald. So I can understand them not going for the Herald if like Trundle has prio, maybe they're a bit scared of going for it. Galio will recall and run up and use ult, get into the fight, right? With Diana. But then I don't understand Wukong not at least trying to make a play on the top side, right? He has ult, he was up there, Trundle's pushed in. Like, you've got to go for something, right? You're just losing trades across the map and not trading back. That's the bit I don't understand. Maybe he really needs the farm, but I'm not so sure. Because he's also down 24 farm, or 25 farm. Black Hole Mid just constantly like moving, just constantly threatening to roam and do something on the map. That's some fairly deep vision, which is quite nice. But now Kesem's alone, and up here, and Moist Swan is nearby on the Diana. Could look to punish, especially if Trundle starts freezing.
Yeah, I imagine Diana here looking for a top gank into Herald.
Yeah, they spotted him. Okay. He's face checked the Diana though in the bush. Diana doesn't land, so.
Oh, that was a Diana roll.
Yep. Kesem once again living and feels a bit illegal, but I guess he does live. And now they're looking for a play on the bot side. Okay, they see Diana top and they're doing something with it. I love it. Okay. Oh, okay. The Renata R just massively diffuses that. Wukong still going in further though, this even with the R. Not getting anything off of it though. MF flashing in and actually Davis getting another kill with a double up and almost getting match risk
around in this lane right now.
Oh my gosh, Davis did not come to play today. Flashes forward, Q almost double kills them with the double up. That was huge. And then Gardevoir flashes forwards, lands the Q. And Nami's... Was it Nami or Lucian?
Nami
Someone's
died
dead.
this time.
Oh no.
Oh, he flashed forward to Q the Wukong.
That was it. My bad. But yeah, you get what I mean. And Davis picks up another kill. Very nice. And our black hole mid here for scariness and bigness.
Yeah, I mean...
And I think just letting them push in the wave.
I fear that for VVV, the bot lane is... It's just over.
It's kind of out of control.
To lose a 3v2 like that is really rough.
Yeah. It was a really, really nice Renata R there to just turn that whole gank around. It could have been so bad because they were quite pushed up. But the angle of that was just right.
The Wukong clone dash just not quite enough range to get out of it.
Yeah, I was quite surprised at that actually. So, for all of the farm difference mid, we're also seeing a farm discrepancy in the jungle, but this time MHP favoured. Bot's ahead. Mid is an extra kill as well, and top's 20 farm up. So, I feel like...
And all the aforementioned leads makes it a 3.6k gold lead for MHP here.
Yeah, so the Galio definitely paying off, and he's the only one that's really behind in lane, and that's kind of how you play Galio, as you mentioned before. So it's like NHP getting everything they want right now, I feel like. None of them have died yet. So, yeah.
It looks like they're all going to be finishing up their first items. It's just Galio and Renata, not with a finished item yet. I imagine they're both extremely close though. They're probably sitting on the gold already.
Renata's on 400 gold, so very, very close. Galio's 300, so a little bit further.
That's a little surprising.
Yeah, but the thing is that Galio, I feel like has been well, I've been being a bit flaming. You know, he has been roaming and providing a lot of pressure because every time he's off the map, VVV have to assume he's going for something, which is exactly what he's doing here with the dive. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a very successful dive bot lane, and no return kill to be found, except for the top lane here now, of course. But no return kill to be found on the bot lane because Renata did manage to get that bailout on herself, and they managed to kill Lucian before she bled all the way out.
Yeah. VVV just not having a fun time. Their bot lane is just not allowed to exist right now. Very nice combo coming out from Black Hole mid.
The tower's dead.
Is Galio just going to try and solo? Okay, no. Moistfun's now here. Okay, I don't know. Yeah.
Why is Galio allowed to 1v1 a Victor with Leandris?
To be fair, the Victor was holding R while the Galio was on him, not wanting to use it and waste it.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, debates the Victor in for just about long enough for then Diana to get on and kill the Victor.
Extremely low, probably going down. Yep, thanks to the Herald that was dropped there earlier. Just one
Very
out
nice.
tower remaining.
It was quite nice from Moistfun there, because some Dianas, what they'll do is they'll land their Q and their E, and they'll dash once. That resets the dash, and then they can dash again for more damage. So he held that second dash there, so that when he dashed onto Time Gear and Time Gear flashed out, and placed the gravity field, which would have normally stunned up Diana, because she'd saved that second dash and not just used it for damage straight away, that meant she could use the dash to get back onto Victor and not let him escape, which was very nice.
Very, very comfortable on this Diana champion is Moist 143. Really showing his prowess here.
They're looking for maybe something mid here, but Ares is nearby if he wants to counter it. Trundle's coming as well though. Now they're going in deep. Nami's caught, flashes out, uses R. Culling also used, but stopped by Renata. And just lots of things popped, but nothing really coming to fruition.
MHP just get to walk it out.
Yeah. To be fair, it's not really that bad for them. All they really used was Diana there.
Diana and the Shurelias, which has roughly 15-second cooldown, it feels.
Yeah, so like versus 2 ults from Lucian and Nami, flash from Nami as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really too bad of a trade for them, I'd say. And Dragon's up in 1 minute 46. That would be sole point for MHP. They've been really on top of their Dragons this game as well. So that'd be really good. And they're also threatening the top tower at the same time. Feb just smacking it away with his massive club of ice.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
Well,
is that the slang? The club of ice?
I have no idea,
Yeah,
but it
baby.
looked like clubby.
It's a club of ice, yes, nice. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Do. Okay.
Okay,
And now-
what do VBV have to do at this point to win the game?
Not lose Mountain Soul. That would not be a fantastic maneuver. I feel like they need to pick someone, but MHP are kind of running around in a death ball, killing people. Like, I don't think they're going to win a straight team fight anymore. I don't think they have any chance of that. So I feel like they have to like somehow cheese someone with like Orno or Victorol and like CC them. Now they're just trying to make a really aggressive play for this dragon, TPing in 20 seconds before it spawns, but TPing into a 4v5 with no Orn. And the Orn doesn't even spawn before the dragon. So they're going to have to now run, survive the engage from MHP. Okay.
Oh, and it's so huge.
Many ults used. And no one dying from HP.
Return kill.
It's really depressing.
Like
no one even got
bad for...
No one even got bailed out.
No.
I think that was just horrible though. They just TP'd Victor into a 4v5 where their only choice was to run, and then they'd have needed Kesem to TP in, pray that they hadn't focused down the dragon yet, had no ult, so they had no way to ult to engage with the Ornn, and somehow stolen it.
And
I don't know.
Manhattan Project didn't even need the MF in that fight.
No,
MF was just pushing mid.
It was just many ults, and now they're going for the Herald.
Into a Herald, they can use the Herald to get Baron. I don't know, man. I think it's
done.
It's really doomed for Veni, Vidi, Vici.
Legit. Honestly, stream would go down, but they've kind of got to pray for a Virgin diff. Because if God of War disconnects, and I don't know, maybe Black Hole mid's on Virgin, not sure. But if a Virgin diff does strike, then they would have 2 DCs, and they could dub this still.
Surely the rulebook would allow for the game to be paused.
Yeah, but there's a 30-minute hard limit on pauses. You know? And 15 minutes per team is the limit. So, if there was more than a 15-minute Virgin diff, they would be playing 3v5 or on mobile data.
So while what you say is true and is in the rulebook as such, can I just ask you, who writes the rulebook?
I'm not sure who it is at the moment.
It might be the ADC for the team that would be losing out on that exchange.
True. It is possible UNL as a server could be deleted if MHP leaves for that. Who knows? It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, unfortunately, VVV wasting a lot of time top here, looking to get a play on Galio, but he's not leaving his tower. He's giving it a big old hug, and they'll just have to leave empty-handed.
Okay, so the Baron's up. I think they just go for it.
Baron's up, Victor's bot. I think they could
Trundle is TP.
at least bait it, right?
Yeah, and Victor has no TP yet. Like, Diana can probably tank well enough. And then, if need be, Galio can go and be scary person.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
He can be the bouncer. Oh, Renata ult coming out, landing on 2.
Okay. Doesn't really
And
do anything
resulting
other
in
than
nothing.
enable the taunt. Renata
Okay,
into
now
Torm,
this will
into
make a potential
Everfrost.
Baron take more difficult.
That is true, they
Not
can't turn it
having,
around.
Not having that tool to block out the choke potentially won't matter due to the gold difference here.
Yeah, it is a 7.6k gold lead for MHP right now. It's a little bit disgusting. And the thing is, they don't even need to take the Baron. Some would argue it'd be a flip to take the Baron, and they should
Yeah.
just wait for the soul. Just take the soul. But they're using Herald here. That's
I
also another solid
only
play.
would want to see them. That feels bad. Teleport. Was that Victor TP?
Yeah,
Dying
it
tower?
was. Okay. MF ult coming in, zoning off. Galio ult coming in to just back up. Knocks
Ornn
up the
off
Ornn.
with
Doesn't really do
disengage.
anything.
Not enough though. Hell gets a second charge.
Okay. So, yeah. They get a tower. They get more damage. They back off safely.
At least no one from BVV died this time.
look,
Never mind.
They're re-engaging. And Trundle's coming in from the side as well. So they better win this fight quick. Okay, Trundle just kills Vince. And Wukong not able to do a lot. Galio surviving on 1 HP using his W. And they managed to get Diana
Okay.
and MF.
Okay, so that not too bad for VVV. They could potentially still lose off of this push here now though, but managing to get the kill at the end onto MF can stop the guaranteed loss. Yeah, look, so MHP are backing out.
Yeah. Those are some sizable
30
shutdowns.
seconds on Dragon Soul. They did give the shutdowns away. Who did they go to? So the shutdowns went to
Victor and Ornn.
Victor and Ornn, yeah.
Ornn isn't so great of a shutdown taker, but I don't think he had much choice. I think there was no one else there really
Everyone
to
else
take
is
the
already
shutdown.
dead.
Yeah, so gotta forgive Kazan for that. It's not really his fault, but the other shutdown on Victor, that's pretty good for them. But I'm not sure it really does anything because despite winning that fight and getting not winning, but turning that fight a bit and getting some shutdowns, the gold lead is now 8.6k.
They're still 8k
No,
behind.
just under. Sorry, like
And this time,
still disgusting.
Renata has ultimate back available.
Yeah, exactly. They did all that without Renata ult. It was just completely wasted. Probably could have been a little cleaner, but more than enough. And now they're just stopping the Wukong coming in with Renata R. Wukong,
Yeah, Ares just got cyberbullied right there.
yeah. Trundle is just so tanky with the Ornn, like ulting the Ornn, but it still isn't enough actually.
Yeah, no, unfortunately,
But
only being able to get
Big
damage
taunt
onto
coming in
them.
from Galio. Everfrost as well. MFR comes through. Victor isn't quite enough to finish off Dabis. Just lives on a sliver of health.
So this is potentially just game here.
I think this should be
Can
game.
they push mid to end here? Do you reckon?
I think so.
Only 2 alive. Looks like they're opting not to do so. Just going to take their jungle and then maybe the Baron on the way out.
Yeah, it's got to be a Baron take. If they're not going for even the inhib, then it's got to be a Baron
pings
take.
coming down on Baron now. So
I think they could have ended. Galio's full HP. He's stopwatch. He can just run at them and be a scary person. And it's AP Diana, but still fairly tanky, like health-wise. TP coming in as well from February 14th, so there's no risk,
just
you know.
fully secure the Baron there.
Yeah, exactly.
So I imagine they can probably reset and just group as 5, walk down mid, maybe even a 4-1. Send someone probably Bok. That's where the wave's pushed, and just look to close the game out here with this Baron buff.
Yeah. They as long as they apply that pressure, that it's so difficult now because you can't even poke them out so easily with the Victor because of the Mountain Soul as well. They're going for Feb here, but this is looking pretty optimistic of a push, I'd say. Although, actually, he gets caught, doesn't pillar the Ornn off, And so now he's going to get caught by the Wukong. Big drop coming through.
So
They did.
there's 3 people bot to deal with this Trundle here. They managed to
They
take
used
him
3
down,
ults.
but MHP seemingly doing not a lot with the lack of pressure on the other lanes.
I don't think it's their fault. I think it's actually Feb's fault. I think he was too pushed up before his team were in position to do anything. Because they all
I
got
would
the
have
Baron and
loved to have
reset.
seen at least one other person maybe sprint for mid in him with the Galio who was already in the mid lane. But maybe I'm just talking out my ass and showing off why I'm plat. Who knows?
Maybe. I'm not certain. I'd need to rewatch it.
Okay, so we have a 5v4 situation coming out here. Just gonna make it difficult to get this tower. They're probably they're just gonna have to back off.
I mean, they kind of waste their Baron. It's kind of rough.
Concede the play.
Yeah. They still obviously get the gold from the Baron and the pressure a little bit, but
They get the gold from the
they
Baron.
could have done a lot more from it.
With it. You know,
They could have done a lot more with that though, had they not lost the Trundle in the
using
side
the
lane.
last 5 seconds here just to get another wave under that tower.
Yeah.
Potentially looking to
Okay, all not coming through.
Here.
Feb once again not there.
Is huge, but not
MF
quite
ult
huge
zoning
enough.
a bit. Okay, they're looking with the Nami wave going in. Diana ult though is pretty big. Galio following up. Trundle on the flank now again. And Davis just absolutely popping off as well.
That's the ace. That
Game's over.
huge Diana ult there just was the nail in the coffin. Moist Swan saw his
Yeah.
ult was available. Jumped into VVV, told them to put their foolish ambitions to rest. They are not winning UNL this season. And they
only used one flash.
And...
They used one flash and 2 combat summoners that game.
Yeah,
that fight.
They're just that far ahead. And VVV unfortunately now eliminated from the competition, and MHP will move up to the next match.